Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Stephen Dalby, the founder and CEO of Gabb Wireless, Gabb Wireless. Thanks for joining us, Stephen.
Thank you so much, Fred.
Give us an overview. Your brand new service, wireless service, that's aimed at kids, and I suppose their parents is what you're really aimed at. Give us the overview.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much. The premise behind Gabb Wireless is that the way that we are introducing technology right now to kids, there has to be a better way than what we're doing. The data is overwhelmingly clear that the way that we're introducing technology right now to kids is way too far dangerous. They're exposed to way too much. There's too much technology too early. And so that's essentially our premise for the business.
So, tell us what your offering is like. What should people know?
Yeah, great. So Gabb Wireless is it's an e-commerce platform where parents can simply go to the website, click the plan, click the phone, and 3 to 4 days later they have it on their doorstep. All of the phones on our cellular network are designed to be kid safe. And we define kids safe by simply removing all internet browser and app store capability. So it's a custom binary operating system that enables kids to be able to use a cell phone. It looks and feels just like a smartphone, but there's none of the inherent risks that are also associated with smartphone. So when there's no internet browser, that makes it pretty safe. And when there's no app store, you can't download any addictive games or any social media at a young age. So the only apps that come on the phone is just a basic suite of apps, a calculator, calendar, kind of basic things like that.
Interesting. So, what is it that the kids will be able to do with it besides those basic apps?
Good. That's an excellent question. So one of the purposes of this is to help kids really develop the interpersonal communication skills that are somewhat lacking in today's society. So where the majority of kids are stuck on a phone or maybe looking at screen or playing games all day, what Gabb enables is the rich life that is still available. Getting outside, playing with friends. When they're in the classroom, instead of being on games, they're actually paying attention. So instead of looking at what the phone doesn't do, it's really what does what are they able to do, right? So the phone has all the basic functionality, calculator, you can call, you can text, you can do all of the basic fundamental elements that are available on a phone. And the good thing for kids is that this is not a flip phone. I don't know if you remember what it was like to be 12 or 11 or 10 or 9. But I mean, kids today are just somewhat mortified by having a flip phone. But right now, that's what parents are using as the safest alternative. Where Gabb Wireless is quite a bit different is, once again, the phone looks and feels just like a smartphone. It has the smartphone hardware, but the functionality inside of the phone is quite a bit safer.
So they can call and text and run this curated suite of apps. Parents might wonder, well, isn't texting dangerous?
Excellent question. One of the challenges that we're having with texting is, especially with girls, is that they're being pressured at younger and younger ages to send inappropriate images. And so something that we've done with our Gabb Z1, which is our entry-level device, is we've also disabled MMS functionality. And what that means is that on that phone, you cannot send or receive any images. So there's a lot to learn just with call and text. But one of the things that parents have appreciated is how safe this device is, especially as their first phone. Does that make sense?
Sure. Now there is a camera in the phone though, and that's designed. How would kids use that?
Good, excellent question. So one of the things that's so fun for kids today is to be able to take selfies and to be able to take pictures. So our phone has a 5-megapixel camera, and the way that you upload that is just through USB to a computer. However, we have disabled being able to take anything from a computer onto the phone. But it does have the functionality to go ahead and you can plug it into a computer and you can upload all of those images there.
What about email? Is there any email functionality?
On our basic Gabb Z1, there is no email functionality. Once again, it's really designed to be the first phone for kids. So if we're looking at an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, that's really where this is designed.
So it's basically designed to keep kids in touch with family and friends by voice and or plain text.
Exactly. This whole thing started when my son turned 12 years old, and he was just spending more and more time away from home. And I just wanted to know where he was. And so I went to one network, I went to another, I went to one carrier, went to another. I exhausted all of the options, just found there really wasn't anything in the market today that was just simple and safe for kids as a basic communicative device. And so it's with that experience that launched us into what we now call Gabb Wireless. Once again, it's the first cellular network ever created that is just kid-safe technology, 100%. So we will never have on our network anything that is not safe for kids.
Can the phone be used as a way for parents to see the location of their kids?
Excellent question. In the entry phase of this device, that is something that is in development right now. It is not available today, but it is something that is in development. We will be having that soon.
Interesting. So tell us about pricing and availability.
Yes, excellent question. So one of the other things that we found that parents are, a little bit frustrated about is the price point for communicative devices today. And, where you're looking at 5, 6, 7, even up to north of $1,000. What's nice about our Gabb Z1 phone is that it's $99. That's it. Free shipping, free activation. You just go to Gabb Wireless. You click the plan, which is $19.99 for unlimited talk, unlimited text, and the phone is $99. It's just a month-to-month plan. There's no contract or anything like that. And 3 to 4 days later, you get it on your doorstep. The intent of this is to take one of the most complicated purchasing decisions that a parent can have, which is getting their child their first phone. We've really just made that easier than getting a T-shirt. That's really the whole plan.
And the service pricing, how does that work? You have two different tiers, it looks like.
That's correct. We have the Gabb Basic, which is $19.99, and that has MMS disabled. And what that means is there's a lot of parents today that do not feel comfortable with their child being able to send or receive any images. We are really excited to announce a new relationship also with Samsung. They've made a custom phone exclusive for our network, which has MMS enabled, which means that you can send and receive images on that phone.
And the service prices are slightly higher for that?
Yep, just a couple dollars more. So that one is $22.99 a month.
So what else might parents be interested in knowing about this? Do they have any control over who can call the child's phone, or who the child can call, or who they can text?
Yeah, that's one of the great things about the phone. In fact, we tout this with a little bit of pride that this phone needs no parental controls. There's nothing to parental control. Nothing is hidden or blocked, and it just doesn't exist. And I think this is a point that I think that a lot of people should consider. Is it possible that we are putting way too much trust in a 4-number code? Is it possible that, when we give our child this phone that has so much technology, so much exposure, so much, is it possible that kids today are smarter with those parental controls than we are? And so one of the great things, once again, about Gabb Wireless is all of the devices have no internet browser and no app store. The only apps on the device are ones that are pre-configured on the device. You have no ability to download any additional apps.
Tell us about the wireless services that you're using, or service that you're using, and the coverage.
Sure, excellent question. So we are officially termed as an MVNO, which is a mobile virtual network operator, otherwise known as a Tier 2 cellular network. And so what that means is that we've negotiated rates with one of the big four. And the big four are Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, and T-Mobile. And so everybody that's on Gabb Wireless's cellular network will have the benefit of using one of those four.
For more info, the place to go is gabbwireless.com, Gabb wireless.com. Stephen Dalby, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Hey, Fred, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it.
Cooking with the power of the sun. Hi, I'm Fred Fishkin, here to tell you about the latest innovation from my friend Patrick Sherwin and his great team at GoSun Stove. The GoSun Fusion has arrived using the company's tried and true reflectors and a solar vacuum tube to get you cooking without the mess of charcoal, heavy propane tanks, or smoke. A really bright idea. And with an optional solar panel and battery storage and the ability to plug in at home or on the road, you really can use the GoSun Fusion to cook anytime and anywhere, day or night, rain or shine. I love what Patrick and his team are doing, and so will you. Want to learn more? Head to gosun.co to check out all of the company's products and innovations and use the code Techstination to save 10%. That's gosun.co.